What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we are back in the basement, and we're here to preview the New York Jets versus the Green Bay Packers coming up. The New York Jets come in at 3-2. 3-2. Before we get into this preview, we are going to go over the subscribe, bell notice, like button, hit comments, please. We're getting this channel moving toward 1,000 subs. Everything starts in the basement, and a basement mentality means you get short-term goals to get out of that basement. Our short-term goal is 1,000 subs. We're more than halfway to that 1,000 subs. We're over 700 at this point, and we're rolling there. We're rolling there strong. So anyway, do that for me, please, and help me get there. You guys make the channel happen, not me. Back to the Jets. The Jets, the team no one wants to see out of last place, it appears. It appears the hate on the Jets is real. Why? What have the Jets done to anybody? Before we get into anything about this game, shout out to two legendary Jets, Marvin Powell, Jim Sweeney. They both died in the same week last week. Two stellar Jets. Marvin Powell, 4th overall pick for the Jets. He was in the College Football Hall of Fame. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler. Rest in peace, Marvin. He was 67 years old. When I grew up, he was playing on the line with the Jets. He played along with Jim Sweeney. They played together in 84 and 85. Jim Sweeney was Dan Marino's center in college. He was played for Pittsburgh in college. When he came to the Jets, he was our regular center for 7 straight years. I believe he started playing center in 1988. He played 158 straight games, mainly all of those at center, but all of them were on the line. That's a hard thing to do and not get injured when you're playing on the line and not get injured like that. So that's a big shout out there to Jim Sweeney and Marvin Powell. Please rest in peace. Prayers and thoughts out to the families of both of those men and the legendary Jets that they were. Okay, moving into the Jets Packers. The Jets are 3-2. Some positives. Same old Jets. Are these the same old Jets? And let's just throw in there, if the season stopped right now, we're saying just for the hell of it because we haven't been there since 2010, but if the season stopped right now, we'd be in the playoffs. How weak a statement is that? That after 5 weeks, I have to say that because I don't know how long it's going to last. I've been a Jet fan for over 4 decades. So any opportunity I have to say, if the season stopped now, we'd be in the playoffs, I'm going to say it. It's corny. It's weak. It's early. I know. But damn it, I'm going to say it anyway. The Jets are 3-2, and we would be in the playoffs if it stopped right now. Positives, things we haven't seen from the Jets in a little while. To start, positives. 2 wins in a row. First time in 2 years we've done that. Won 2 games in a row. And we've had 2 fourth-quarter comebacks of more than 10 points or more. We're losing by in the fourth quarter. We came back in both of them. Jets don't do that stuff. We know the big comeback in Cleveland, the impossibility of being down by having to score 13 or more points in less than 2 minutes with no timeouts. That's 2 touchdowns and an onside kick recovery. Tom Brady does that type of crap. The Jets don't do that. Jets don't do that. Well, we did that with no timeouts. And then we were down by 10 to Pittsburgh. We came back and won in that one too. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. And by the way, the Dolphins, thank you. We beat them 40-17. That's our first division win since 2019. We've been 0-12 against our division rivals, the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Patriots last year and this year. 2 years ago and then last year. 0-6, 0-6 equals 0-12 over the past 2 years. So thank you, Dolphins. And by the way, we're also the first time over 500 since when? Sam Darnold's 24-point victory. 24-point separation from the Lions on that Monday night opener. Back in 2018, we started 1-0. Honestly, it's the last time the Jets were above 500 when everybody thought Sam Darnold was the answer in that opening game. Threw a pick 6 to start the game. And then after that, it was touchdown city. We thought we found our quarterback. Sam Darnold looked like the real deal. That's how long ago we were above 500. We were 1-0 to start that season. 1-0. And by the way, that going back to the Dolphins for a minute, for everybody saying, hey, well, the Dolphins had their 3rd-string quarterback in, or this is the Jet hate. Okay, Dolphins had their 3rd-string quarterback in, and Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater got knocked out of the game. Why? Because of our defense, because of Sauce Gardner. Okay, we can get into that in a minute. I'm not reviewing the whole Dolphin game, but this is just an answer. Okay, That's why we beat him. Tua doesn't play defense. Would it have been a different game with Tua in there? Yes, it would have been. Would they have necessarily won? Maybe not. Tua doesn't play defense. The Jets put up 40 points on that defense, and we had 5 rushing touchdowns. For the people that say, well, the cornerback, who cares about the cornerbacks? There was no touchdown passes. 5 rushing touchdowns by the Jets. 5. Okay? And how come nobody talks about the Jets line? The Jets' offensive line has been beaten up since the start of the season, since Becton went down, and then a replacement, Dwayne Brown, went down, who was supposed to replace him. Vera Tucker, in week 3, played right guard. Week 4 played right tackle, and last week played left tackle. Guess what? 0 pressures, 0 sacks. Another great pickup by Joe Douglas. So how come the Jets never get that excuse? The Dolphins went up against a beat-up line and guys playing out of position. No one ever brings that up. It's always the Jets play, oh, well, Tua was out. That's why they won. No. The Jets won because they won. Our defense is becoming shut down. We're going on a lot of youth. And that's the thing I love. There's a lot of youth with this Jets team. Zach Wilson, second year. Breece Hall, rookie already. Stud. 97 yards rushing, 100 yards receiving, 197 total yards for the game, and a touchdown. Sauce Gardner. 5 total tackles in that game. 1 forced fumble, 1 safety, 1 pick. And by the way, overall for the year, opponent's quarterback passer rating on average is 17.8. That's first in the league in man-to-man coverages, by the way, for Gardner. So I don't want to hear about a lot of this crap. Now, the downside, if you really want to be a cautiously optimistic Jet fan like I am, 2017, we also started 3-2. What did we finish? 5-11. That's right. 5-11. From 3-2 to 5-11. So we went 2-9 the rest of the way. 2-9 the rest of the way. 2018 started 3-3. We just mentioned 2018. We were above 500, 1-0. We went to 3-3. It's also the last year we won 2 in a row. What happened after 3-3? We finished 4-12. So we went 1-9 the rest of the way. This Jets team cannot and will not let that happen. You know why? Because our youth. We have a youth movement. And Joe Douglas did what he said he'd do. He rebuilt the whole line, got the receivers, got the running backs, got what so far looks like the quarterback. So far, Zach didn't do anything wrong last Sunday. He didn't do anything great. He didn't do anything wrong. He did what he was supposed to do. Okay? 2009, the Jets were able to hide Mark Sanchez behind the number 1 running game and the number 1 defense in the league. This Jets team is not that team. Not yet. But we have rookies doing what they're doing right now. Jermaine Johnson, too. Carl Lawson's been a beast. He had 7 quarterback hits last Sunday. He has 16 overall so far. He's been a monster for us. And now we see the rushing prowess and presence that he has. The Packers. We're going in against the Packers. Are they going on name recognition? Because everyone's like, oh, the Jets are playing the Packers now. They're going to Green Bay. Can't win that game. We're going on name recognition right now. The Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, the Packers. They're the Packers. And you're just the Jets. You're just the Jets. You have no chance in this game. This is the Jets' first real test. They haven't beaten anybody yet. This is what we're hearing. But, guys, the Jets aren't anybody. The Jets aren't anybody. So when they're saying the Jets are beating a bunch of nobodies, guess what? These other nobodies used to beat the Jets. The Jets were like the worst of the nobody teams. So now the Jets, okay, have proven they're better than the other nobodies. So I'm tired of hearing that crap. And the Packers are not the Packers. The Packers barely beat a very poor Patriots team. The Patriots are not an elite team anymore. They struggled against the Patriot team that's pretty weak. There's a weak roster, and they're not what they used to be. And they struggle to beat them. Then the Giants, who are another team that has stepped up under great management and a coach in Brian Dable that has shown the way the Giants are playing that the culture's definitely changed there. The Giants came back against the Titans, and they came back against the Packers. And they were down. They were down, what, 17-3? Giants came back and won that game. So the Packers, they're playing the Packers. So what? What have the Packers done this year that has been that dominant and devastating that the Jets have no chance to walk in there and win? What? What have they done? Their defense has shown they can blow games. Can Aaron Rodgers throw? DJ Reed, by the way, the other cornerback the Jets picked up from the Seahawks, he's playing shutdown, man. Gardner, we just talked about him. DJ Reed, Jordan Whitehead. LaMarcus Joyner, the guy that everybody said the Jets should have cut, he's playing good. He's playing great. Do the Jets have flaws? Sure, they're the Jets. I'm a Jet fan over 4 decades. Some of the things I'm saying right now in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I hope this happens. I hope they beat the Packers because there is a part of me that's saying it's the Jets. But that's the same name recognition that I'm giving to the Packers. Packers, superstars, winners. Jets, losers. No way. No way. And by the way, going back to the Dolphin thing for a minute, when everybody was saying, oh, Tua was out of the game, the Dolphins weren't going to win. Really? All the analysts picked the Dolphins. Almost every analyst, knowing Tua was out, still picked the Dolphins. They still picked them. Why? Because it's name recognition. Well, the Jets suck. The Jets are terrible. The Jets aren't going to be good. Brady Quinn, shout out to you, brother. 0-9 the Jets were going to go, huh? 0-9 before they got their first win. How's that going for you? As good as it was in the green room for you during your draft day, right? As great as that? You were in the green room ready to be the number 1 overall pick or number 2 overall pick, right? What happened? They had to move you out of the green room because it was getting embarrassing that nobody picked you yet. Right? Jets 0-9? You just hate on the Jets because you did nothing for them. You did nothing in the NFL, and now you're an analyst and you're not even doing good at that. So you're keeping your consistency on wrong predictions right on through from when you were drafted here, right on through to the Jets being 0-9. So that's wrong. Went 2-2 against the AFC North. They're supposed to go 0-4, right? Now we're going to give excuses why they're winning? No. The Jets are 3-2. This is a different team, a different makeup. Robert Saleh is developing as a head coach. Mike LaFleur is developing as a offensive coordinator. Everybody's young on this team. But this young team, the draft picks are starting. I mentioned Vera Tucker, Gardner, Breece Hall, Jermaine Johnson, Garrett Wilson. That's the one person I want to see Zach Wilson start having a better rapport with. And I don't know about, I'm not talking personally, I'm just talking about on the field. Flacco in that Browns game was making sure he was hitting Garrett Wilson. Elijah Moore, I want to see more out of him. I want to see these guys develop into what they're supposed to be. And Elijah Moore is a great receiver, can get open easily, can break out on anybody. Moore and Wilson are going to be dominant receivers in this league. You can see it already. You can see it. You guys watch my other videos on the Jets, you guys know, even from last year. I'm not a real biased person thinking that, oh, the Jets this, the Jets that. I know when the Jets suck. I know when they do. And right now I'm seeing things I'm not used to seeing. Seeing potential. Seeing fight. Seeing not giving up. You don't see this out of the Jets. This is new for us too. I'm still cautiously optimistic because Jet things happen. Met fans, I'm a Yankee fan, but Mets are my second favorite team. The Mets do the same stuff. They look very promising, then stuff happens. So as a Jet fan, we're always waiting for stuff to happen. When I was at the game, Jets-Dolphins, when it became from 19-7 to 19-17 Jets, I'm like, oh, here we go. We're going to blow the game. Everybody in the Jets stand, everybody at MetLife was saying the same thing. Oh, here comes the same old Jets. Are going to blow this game. They didn't. They took advantage of turnovers and scored and scored and scored. That's not Jets football. Will this be a different conversation a couple weeks from now, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks down the road? Who knows? Who knows? But I know right now what we're watching is developing of a young team that's hungry, doesn't want to lose, doesn't know how to lose, and these young guys don't know anything about the Jets culture and Jet things and same old Jets. These young guys, and even Jordan Whitehead said, I don't know nothing about that. He's a winner. He came from Tampa Bay. He's a winner. Getting winners on teams with a winner mentality makes things happen. Green Bay Packers are, to me, they're just an average, above average team. They're not some dominant thing. I think the Jets can pull it off. I'm going to be biased now, and I'm going to say the Jets are going to win that game 20-17. They're going to beat the Packers 20-17. That's my prediction. Jets, Packers, Sunday, 1 o'clock. And oh, by the way, we're going to be live streaming that game right here in the basement. Subscribe, bell notice, like button. Drop some comments. Let me know if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm Johnny Basement. I will see you on the next video, and I am out.